Hey everyone, I am the man called Ant, and yeah, this is the ongoing saga of getting my ass in shape before it's too late. Because, of course, as we know, I'm 51 years old, and it only goes downhill from here. I mean, I hate to say it, yes, we should be positive about getting older and et cetera, but it is a scientifically proven fact. If you do not exercise more, or at least to the amount that's necessary to keep you fit when you're older, it just gets harder and harder every progressive year. What I'm doing now is going to be much more difficult when I become 60. So now is the time. I've got the next 10 years to really change my lifestyle, though I'm hoping to do it in a lot less than 10. I did not make a video yesterday. Today is actually the 4th day of my water fast. I planned on making a video yesterday, but yesterday was day 3. Yesterday was the foggy day. I wouldn't say I was out of sorts. I wasn't uncomfortable in the belly area anyway. I mean, other than, you know, the standard hunger and kind of grumbling and growling. Just got a big growl there a few minutes ago before I started the video. It was like, but that wasn't hunger. That was just stuff moving around. Yeah, so now it's actually day 4. Still just water. Nothing else. I gotta say, though, getting to day 4 has been ridiculously easy compared to previous attempts at this. I'm not saying that juicing or fasting, water fasting by any means is easy, but I mean, I've done it enough times in my life now that it's all expected. I know what's coming, and so it doesn't stress me out like it did in the past. I had one episode so far, and literally just one, where I was going to the post office on the first day of my fast. On the way home from work, I worked on a partial day on my first fasting day. And on my way home, I stopped at the post office, and right next to the post office, this pita place that makes gyros and donairs and things like that. I've never tried it before, but I've always been curious what it tastes like, and I thought, well, today is day 1. I mean, I could just make tomorrow day 1. And I caught myself. And I kind of went, wait a minute. This is exactly how it happens. Well, it's only 3 days in. So, I mean, I could stop now, eat something. I've still gotten all the benefit from 3 days. And I could stop now, eat something, and then go back onto it in another day or so. I can't tell you how many times I have done this. I have literally thrown caution to the wind and just said, screw it, I'm going to stop everything that I've done. And then, of course, you tell yourself that you're not going to feel like a failure afterwards, but you do. And then that just leads to more binge eating and yada, yada, yada. Away you go. And here we are. So, where am I at today? Today is the 4th day. Today I did something interesting, because I told you before that I'm up over 300 pounds now. I thought about 320. The reason I don't know exactly is because I've got one of the old-fashioned scales that seems to be relatively accurate, but it only goes up to 300 pounds. So when I hopped on it the other day, on my birthday actually, and saw it go to 300 and then pass to about 320-ish, I think, I kind of thought, well, I don't know how accurate it gets past that point. Like, is it actually 320? Is it 310? Is it even 300? But I'm very sure it's over 300 anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to see today if the scale had come back down underneath even a little bit, so I could start getting a more accurate read on my weight. So that's a bonus. Today it did, and after 4 days, it did substantially, whereas last time it was 300 here and then over here, so about 320. Today it was back under 300. It was at 290. So there are, even if everything over 300 was inaccurate and incorrect, and I was only 300 pounds, I'm now 290. So after 4 days, 10 pounds has come off. Now, one mistake a lot of, or well, not a mistake, but one thing that gets a lot of people down, especially if they're not as big as me, say they're 250 pounds, because I've been in this boat too, and you start a fast, and then you go, but hey, that guy over there, he lost 10 pounds in his first 4 days. He was losing 2.5 pounds a day. Well, that's because I'm over 300 pounds, bitch. I mean, I have so much more to lose. For me to lose that much weight over a 4 day period is not necessarily weird or strange. It's all water weight. Sure, who cares? I'm 10 pounds lighter on my knees, my feet, my back, my joints in general. I'll take it. I'll take it. If I can do this in 4 days and have 10 pounds less weight pressuring those joints, I don't care what kind of weight it is. It could all be crap out of my ass as long as it's gone, right? It will slow down. It will slow down. I will not continue losing 2.5 pounds a day indefinitely. There's no way in hell. The average is about 1 pound a day from water fasting. But again, it's really dependent on how big you were to begin with, and different people lose weight in different ways too, right? I think that's another thing that a lot of people don't take into consideration is people have different lifestyles, they have different activity levels, they have different physiologies of their bodies in general. There's no way you can say that every person loses 1 pound a day on a water fast or any other type of exercise routine, because every person is incredibly different. We all may be the same species, but we're not identical in any way, shape, or form. So what works great for me may be shitty for you, and vice versa. Something that you find amazing may not work at all for me. So, onwards and upwards. Something new. I don't know if you can see it back here. Yeah, I probably can. There's a t-shirt here. I got it as a gift for over $100 order from a company, and it's called Healing Health Compassion, and I like it. It's a nice looking shirt. I like the message on it. It's very simple. However, it's a large. I ain't fitting no large. I think at this point, well, no, now after my inflammation in my midsection is starting to go down, I could fit into double extra large, but I ain't fitting into that. No way. So that's going to be kind of my goal shirt, when I can squeeze into a large and not look, not look like I'm trying to escape out the bottom or stretching the fabric to its capacity or ripping the fabric. I mean, I want to fit into that naturally. So yeah. Before I forget again, I told you in the first video I was going to show you something. Let me show you something now. This is a before and after picture from 5 years ago when I lived in China. This was right before I moved back to Canada, and I wanted to hit the ground running when I got here. I did not want to be really huge. I wanted to give my best look for potential employers. If I was going to look for a physically active job, they weren't going to hire me if I looked like I couldn't do it. So I wanted to be fit. It just in general, for any job, the more fit, the more attractive you are per se. It does affect how easily you get jobs. The beautiful people do have more opportunities than the non-beautiful people. I say this not trying to judge myself or anybody else, but it's a fact. I've worked in human resources. I know this. You don't want to hire unhealthy people in your company. So there's always a bias against bigger people. So I fasted, I juiced, I changed my diet, I walked and exercised every day, and I accomplished this in less than 2 months. This is my goal now, taking time off work, getting paid less, a lot less, if at all. My goal is to get back to work as soon as possible. So speed is the key. I want to do this again and feel better about myself. And change my life once again for the better, and then continue it moving forward now that all the stress and changes have become a little different for me. At that time, I'll talk to you about why I got fat again in the next video, but at that time, this changed my life, and so I'm going to do it again. next video.